Origin Just Home Rex, and this is the PT belt. Inside joke or conspiracy? This was another fire tuition. PT belt? What's this, personal training? What was that supposed to be? PT is the thing that you take in your schools, right? Usually like makes you exercise and all that shit. I don't know. PT belt. Is this military related or something else? Because fire tuition usually just makes military related things, but yeah, sometimes it could be something kind of like close to military or something. I don't know if this is about military or not, but it's going to be interesting. I like fire tuition and all the videos he makes, like I said, usually around military stuffs, equipments, things like that. I like his like badass stories and like equipment videos about tanks and jets and things like that. But yeah, PT belt. Never thought I would watch videos like this, but there you go. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe so that way I know which type of videos to react to more. If you haven't seen other reactions I did to fire tuition and videos like that, check out the link in the description, there you'll find it. And yeah, let's do this one.
Today we're talking about the biggest inside joke in the US military. Ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate form of protection, the reflective contraceptive, aka the PT belt,
it is military.
Known as a glow belt, depending on what branch you were in. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, I'm about to learn it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, when you don the PT belt, you will become bulletproof. It is rated to withstand RPGs, UAVs, SUVs, and STDs. You will become visible to everyone and touchable by no one. You will be the safest person on Earth. Or at least that's what you'd be led to believe if you knew how military leadership treated this piece of elastic. You see, they became extremely prevalent in 2004, originally intended to be worn with the
night large operating basis for safety reflective. This is the same way as like reflective vest, right? Understand the urgency of it, understand the exaggeration of it, because people take things for granted a lot. By exaggerating shit and putting too much pressure on it, one thing you will never forget is your reflective vest or belt or something. I'm guessing this is similar to that, because obviously military can be really fucked up things. Visibility can be an issue. PT belt can make sure like someone can see you, especially on jets and things. I'm guessing that's the case.
The PT uniform in early morning when running along the side of the road. And while that makes logical sense, even that was redundant given that at the time most PT uniforms were pretty much made out of reflectors anyways. But apparently visibility is like condoms, the more the better. And it would have been fine if they stopped there, but the military is relentless in its efforts to standardize absolutely everything. Needless to say, the PT belt just became part of the PT uniform altogether regardless of the circumstance. You could be running on a closed track in broad daylight, you're gonna wear a PT belt. You could be working on a stationary piece of equipment inside of a gymnasium, you're still gonna wear a PT belt. And you know what? It still probably would have been okay if they would have just stopped there. But absolutely not. It became standard to wear a PT belt anytime you did anything that could remotely be considered dangerous. You could be doing a ruck march on a closed course in your combat uniform in broad daylight, you're wearing a PT belt. You could be mowing the fucking lawn, you're gonna wear a PT belt. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, as a military member, you know, somebody that's responsible for being able
Mowing lawn where the housing is? That's like, okay, why PT belt? I think, a lot of places like companies and things, people exaggerate safety because of the fear of lawsuits. I understand this is not logical, but you're still fucking doing it type of way. Maybe that's the case with military, but lawsuits from what? I don't know. I'm guessing like chain of command doesn't want pressure or any issues from Congress and Pentagon and shit from above because of some stupid shit happen, which can happen, knowing how US military works, all the things they do. So it's like, I don't care what it is. Wearing a belt is not too much regardless of the situation. That's what's happening here, right? I know it's not going to help, but you're still wearing it because I can't pinpoint all the situations where you can and can't wear it. So wear in all of the situation.
Able to shoot machine guns, drive military equipment, fly helicopters, fly airplanes. Sometimes sign your name to become financially liable for millions of dollars worth of government equipment, to also be told that you're not intelligent enough to not get hit by a fucking car inside of a brick building. It's a little upsetting. So troops began doing the only thing they could do. They made a bunch of memes and passive-aggressive jokes for 20 years about it. And those jokes have been made without fail every chance we've gotten. For example, when I went to purchase this exact PT belt from Amazon, I decided to read some of the reviews because I thought maybe there was some potential, and they did not let me down. I'd like to share with you my top 3. Starting off at number 3, rated 5 stars from a verified purchase. Wow, it's true what they told my friends at Basic. This PT belt not only makes cars bounce off of you, but it puts hair on your chest and provides an impregnable defense.
All of that. In military, you have to buy your own PT belt with your own fucking money. They're not going to provide one for you. It's like, what?
against friendly fire, enemy fire, and fire, as well as secures you financially for years to come. Great product. 30 people found that helpful. Coming in at number 2, again a 5-star rating from a verified purchase, titled Indestructible and Invincible. Quote, was on an easy 15-mile run and suddenly a bus ran into me going 60 miles an hour. Luckily I had my PT belt on and was unscathed. The PT belt saved my life, but unfortunately killed everyone on that bus. And coming in at number 1, the best review on Amazon for the PT belt, again a 5-star rating from a verified purchase, titled Saved my life. Was walking the land nav course at night and fell off the cliff on the northern backstop of the course. Luckily I had the PT belt in my pocket. I took it out and proceeded to spin it like a helicopter and flew back to the top. While en route, an Iranian surface-to-air missile locked onto me. Thankfully my PT belt managed to blind its sensors, causing
But it didn't lock onto you. You're insignificant. It locked onto your PT belt that was spinning. It saw that.
it to return to its launcher and convert to Christianity.
There you go.
10 out of 10. Best belt I've ever had. Now that we're all in on the inside joke, what is the actual origin story here? Historically speaking, why does this piece of shit need to exist?
Something liability.
I have 3 theories. Well, I have 2 theories and a conspiracy theory. Theory number 1, the Geneva Convention made America do it to make it fair for everyone else. Maybe. Second, probably the most likely, there was an actual unfortunate situation where somebody was struck by a car. There was undoubtedly multiple mistakes made by everyone involved, including the entire chain of command. Rather than address or fix any of the actual errors, they just said if he was wearing a reflective belt, it never would have happened in the first place. Because when you use military leadership logic, if one person shits their pants, everybody needs to wear a diaper for the rest of forever. Which brings us to...
I mean, I understand Frederickson's anger there. Not anger, like whatever, like frustration. But that's how life works, man. Why do you think you need to drive at like 60 kilometers per, what is like 30 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour? What, you can't drive at 150 miles per hour and not hit somebody? I can do that. But yeah, I still have to do it because some idiot hit somebody at like that speed. So that is the speed we're deciding, like that is the reasonable speed where you can brake. You can drive at twice as that speed and you can still brake in a less time than government requires you to, right? Less distance travel while braking. And still you have to do that speed because why not? Somebody might have a 50-year-old car. So this applies to everyone. Drugs are illegal because people can go out of hand. 80% probably don't, but last 20% is the reason like drugs are not allowed. So, chain of command thing, like he said, like people are pointing finger at each other, everything went wrong. What are they going to do about it? Okay, everybody's at fault and nobody's at fault. Like, where are you going to pinpoint it? And even if you do, so what? Next time situation might be different. Now, what you going to investigate every time? Like, shit goes wrong, right? Chain of command is big. Things happen. So, the best thing, like, okay, fine, I guess put a reflective belt on it, right? I guess if, like, even at the worst conditions, somebody can see it, maybe. And there you go. Did it make things better? Maybe, maybe not. But it's something they did. They can report to Pentagon and Congress, like, yeah, we gave, like, visibility vest and belt and shit. There you go. Everybody's happy. Everybody's off the back. Now they can move on.
To my third theory, and I need you guys to hear me out.
There you go. This is the main
Remember
one.
when I said that we started using the PT belt in 2004? You know what else we started using in 2004? This fucking piece of shit. Yeah, 2004 is the year that we switched from BDUs and woodland camo, aka the Lord's flannel, the best combat uniform we've ever had, to the Army combat uniform in UCP, aka Digicam. Okay, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? I'm trying to tell you that somebody at the Pentagon looked at this majestic piece of fucking artwork and said, wow, that's really nice, but you know what'd be better? If we all cosplayed as fucking Minecraft characters. That'd be lovely. Fucking stupid. Okay, so what does this have to do with the PT belt? And this is where the conspiracy theory comes in. Leading up to switching over from BDUs to the new Army combat uniform, there was extensive research done to decide what the new camouflage should be. They took 10 different camouflages and field tested them against each other to find out which one was the best. None of those 10 in the running was the Digicam pattern. None of them. After spending tens of millions of dollars to field test camouflage, they found that the best camouflage would be all over brush camo. It was a type of multicam. I don't think it looks better than woodland, but hey, at least it looks like you're trying to blend into the forest and not a fucking computer monitor. Then, after years of research and tens of millions of dollars spent, unilaterally at a high level, someone decided with no field testing we were going to use Digicam instead. Which to me, in my super duper not expert opinion, kind of sounds like some senator or high-ranking politician stepped in because they thought that maybe just maybe, their fucking kids should get the government contract instead. And obviously you don't learn a whole lot about camouflage going to private school and having college paid for by your parents, so they just came up with some random shit on Microsoft Paint and called it a day. Then, after the DoD spent $400 million outfitting the entire army in camouflage that doesn't blend into fucking anything, they decided to cover their ass by making everybody wear reflective belts on the outside of their camouflage so they could blame the belts as to why nobody's blending in. If you've actually made it this far in the video, thank you for listening to my super unhinged TED Talk. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at the Fat.
I didn't see the last point coming. The last point that just like what the point is trying to make. All right. So some idiot came with this DG cam thing that didn't work. And so that kid or whatever, people don't take the blame. They gave this visibility belt. So whenever somebody got shot, they're like, oh, because of the visibility belt, not because of the camouflage. Don't care how many people die. It's just only if I don't take the blame. Okay, that I'm not gonna lie. I can't see that. The conspiracy theory, of course, I can see that, but that's stupid. No way that's the case. All right, I think it is because of, like I said, liability, because of why people, like, few years ago, suddenly like visibility vest become a big thing with all the like police inspector, traffic inspector, all that, right? It was a sudden thing, right? Because something happened somewhere, everybody took notice and like, okay, everybody needs to have good visibility thing, right? Similar thing here, something happened, chain of command fucked up, some people got hit, more than that, some accident happened while loading, unloading, whatever. Somebody didn't, like, maybe one of the persons got hit in the, propeller or something because didn't see it. Anything, maybe someone was drunk, hit somebody. The point is, they just like, okay, we need visibility. Does it make sense? Will it solve it? It's better than not having visibilities. There you go. So visibility belt. When should we wear it? Fuck it, all the time. Why are we even asking the question? Did you forget corporate America? That mentality safety should be 24/7. 99.9% of the time, even 100% of the time. Even when you go to the bathroom to take a leak, wear your visibility. Who knows? It's like that panicked thing, like, I don't want lawsuit mentality worked here. Basically, that's what it, there you go. I didn't even know PT belt was a thing in army, but yeah, I guess makes sense, why not? I'm guessing when you on the battlefield, you're not going to wear it, because that would be massively stupid. Because at this point, like, just wear your like jeans and flannel shirt, because why are you wearing camouflage and still wearing PT belt? That doesn't make sense, but okay. Right, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't seen other Fat Reaction reactions I did, there's a link in the description and card right now. Instagram now, if you want to follow me. Also Twitter, all in the description, I guess, the links. And yeah, I'll see you next time.